Howdy, Travis from KnowHow here. Let's say you don't have just hundreds of staff. Maybe you have thousands of staff members, but you want to make sure that all of them are equipped with the information they need to do their jobs well. That could be a ton of administrative work, but it's not anymore thanks to KnowHow. Let me show you some new functionality that makes sure that you can add lots of team members. You can make sure each of them have the training that's relevant to them, and you can even remove easily people that are no longer on your team, all with just a few clicks. Let me show you how it works. All right, so here I'm on the workforce screen, and you can see here are all my team members, but I've got a lot more to add. I'm going to click this bulk upload button, and this is going to take me to a new screen where I can upload a CSV with all the details of my staff that KnowHow will automatically add, give them any roles that are relevant, and even sort them down to the franchise level if I'm a franchise or in network mode. Let's flip over to this CSV here, and you can see the columns that we're looking at. You got first name, last name, role, email, and if you're a franchise group and you want to send users down to the franchise E level, then a location field as well. If you're not a franchise group, if you just have everyone in one hub, then this is not relevant. And truthfully, all you need is this email column. The rest are nice to haves, but the user can always fill this in when they onboard if you don't have it. So in this case, I am a franchise or a network. And so I want to add users down to each of my individual locations. And so I'm going to click this radio button here. I could always click this one if I just want to upload them all to my individual hub. But in this case, I want to send them down to each of the locations. So I'm not adding them to my main hub, but I'm adding my franchisee to each location. Now I'm going to upload that file that we just downloaded. And KnowHow is going to identify the columns in your CSV. So it's identified, hey, there was a first name header, a last name header, a role, an email, and a location. And it's going to try to match the columns that you have with the fields that we're looking for, which again is first name, last name, email, role, and location. Now, of course, this time I made the column headers exactly what I was looking for, but if you don't call it a role, let's say you call it a job title, KnowHow is going to try to match job title with role. If we can't find it, all you have to do is select role and automatically assign it. So now I've identified and mapped each of those CSV columns here, this first name, last name, with the fields that KnowHow is looking for. I'm going to click next. Now what KnowHow is going to do is it's going to upload that CSV and process it all. So here you can see I've identified everyone that was in this CSV, and KnowHow has said, okay, here's all the people, and none of them are currently in your KnowHow Hub. Do you want to add them all? Occasionally, you'll run into an issue. Maybe the email was typed incorrectly in the CSV. It's not a real email. Maybe the name of the hub does not match a hub in your network. So in this case, because I have a member hub called Scranton, I have a member hub called Corporate, and I have a member hub called Stanford, it all maps perfectly. Let's say, however, there's a typo and it's not called Stanford, it's called Stanford. All I would do is select these, and then I could remap the roles or the member hub. So in this case, I would take the member hub and let's say I would remap it to whatever the real title is. In this case, it is Stanford. Click save. Now I have 50 invitations to send out. When I click send invitations, that is going to go out to each of the people on this list, but it's not going to be to our main hub. Again, they're going to get an invite from the Scranton hub or from the corporate hub or from the Stanford hub to join that hub. So all of these people are going to get invitations to join the location that's relevant for them. So let's click send invitations. Now, there are also people that were not on the CSV, but are in KnowHow. So remember how we saw that list of people at the start that were all the people in KnowHow? KnowHow is saying, hey, we have 15 users, but this list that you sent us of all of your team members, these users that are already in KnowHow were not on this list. So if this is like an active employee list, maybe we have some people that are sitting around in KnowHow that shouldn't be because they're no longer employees. Do you want to review those? So if I click review team members, what it's going to do is it's going to show everyone. Like you see, there's a few Travis Martins here. I do this a lot. And I can just remove anyone that is not relevant anymore by selecting Max and click remove. So what KnowHow is doing is if that CSV is your source of truth for everyone in your organization, which if you've got thousands of people, people are always coming and going. All you need is that CSV that's up to date, and KnowHow's constantly going to look and say, hey, is there anyone on this CSV that's not on KnowHow? If so, let's add them. Is there anyone that's not on the CSV that's in KnowHow? If so, you can remove them. Just click that and it's going to remove those team members. So you can make sure that your KnowHow is always up to date. One more thing I want to show. Maybe you already know this because this is a part of Workforce, but if the role that we had assigned people is connected to what we call a verified role, then those users are going to get pre-assigned training. We will link in the description of this YouTube video exactly how this all works. It's a super well-loved feature, especially among those organizations with hundreds of staff. But if I had anyone with the role water mitigation technician on that CSV that I uploaded, they're automatically going to be assigned water tech level 1 training because I've preset that up in advance. So not only is everyone being added to KnowHow, everyone is being pre-assigned the training that's relevant for their role. Thanks to this related tags feature, their homepage on KnowHow is going to be unique to them and their role. And so you can make sure from day one, even when you're operating at bulk 1,000 people at that scale, that every individual user is getting a unique KnowHow experience tailored just for them. Thanks to this new functionality, KnowHow makes it easier than ever for you to manage large workforces without compromising on creating a dynamic and personalized training plan just for them. For tips and tricks on how you can use the workforce functionality and everything else in KnowHow to equip your staff with more confidence and competence out on the job site and in the office, you know what to do. Head to tryknowhow.com. Thanks.